Hello. I have a question for you. Have you ever felt completely lost? You know, seeking purposeful direction that could and should propel your mission within your divine journey to that next level, but still it hasn't happened. Well, my name is Lauren Michaels Harris, and I'm the founder of P3, the Journey Series. People come to me because they're wounded. Many are scared, and even there are those who are bruised simply because they feel that they are increasingly, for whatever reason, losing their ability to dream. Now, this P3 program is not for a person who's just looking to start a business, no, but rather for those of you out there who have been on your journey and you've been navigating within your divine purpose, but you still desire to elevate to that level that you have not reached yet. If this is appealing, if this describes you, then I want to have a chat with you. I want to hear your story. So use the link below to get registered for your free seat at P3, the Journey Series. And let's get started, one story at a time. I'll see you inside. Click the link.
April 20th, Chicago, Stand Fashion, Power Week. I'll be there and show you. Yeah, that's it, baby. Hey guys, my name is Wally Green from New York City. We have an amazing event at the Stan Mansion in Chicago. It is called The Power of We, run by my man, my boy, Mr. Lauren Harris. You guys better be there, because I will too, and I hope to see you guys soon. Peace!
The Power of We was a way of inclusion, a way of inviting anyone who needed or wanted a place to belong.
It was just very clear to me that this was something that would really benefit the young folks right here.
And to be able to give them a different perspective, that I know where they come from, I know what they're experiencing because I was there too, and letting them know that there's different actions that they can take that'll lead to a different destiny.
We really needed to hear that. In order to change our community, we needed to hear that.
And they are inspired to invest in making it happen. That's powerful.
Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Unlike yesterday, heads up, I doubt very seriously if I'll be singing half of my dialogue. I'm not. Wait a minute. Here it comes. I think I will sing today because I'm happy. Wait, I almost went into my Ethel Merman thing. You don't want that yet, do you? What? Who said they did? There's no business. Wait, wrong key. There's no business like show business like no business I know. Okay, what's he drinking? Coffee. I'm drinking life. That's what I'm drinking, and I'm not ashamed of it. Why? Because you pour into me, you fill me up. We cannot pour from an empty cup. What did it say? My cup runneth over. I have never heard my cup runneth out. Don't forget that, right? Welcome to today's installment of Bathrobe Moments. I'm a goofy, but I'm still him. Lauren Michaels Harris here with my sidekick, year number 6, Lucy McGillicuddy Ricardo, my girl. She's my version of Ed McMahon. And that is the Bella Purpose. You already know, not a gimmick, not a show prop, but more of a reminder, an opportunity, if you will, because just like when you hear that bell ring, the truth has a ring to it too. Listen for it. Let it find you while you seek it. And together, when you meet, you'll fulfill so many promises of the universe. Trust me, give it a shot. So we're here today. Happy Friday, you guys. TGIF. We want to remember today to take just a moment to close your eyes, open your heart, send some prayers out for all of our brothers and sisters over in the Ukraine and all of our people from all over the world who are also there supporting. We support life. We support life. So you may not think there's anything you can do, but there's power in prayer. There is. So I want you to do that today. Let's do something. It's the power of we. It's not the power of me. So remember, we need your peace. Okay, there we go. Great show for you today. I'm excited about this one. What a great way to round out an already stellar week. Real quick, so I don't forget, mark your calendars. He's back, my good friend, my good friend. I always add like 4 or 5 extra goods when I'm describing him, especially when he has a brand new movie out. So, yeah. Wait, does that make me an opportunist? I'm going to ask my therapist Monday. I'm kidding. John is a great friend of mine. He's one of the most wonderful people. You know, he comes here all the time. He'll be here Monday talking about his new movie, The Bouncer, which they just finished wrapping that up. And he's already, I think, about to leave in a week or two to start on his next movie. So we love catching up with him, and he'll be back. So mark your calendars. And you guys, pay-per-view tickets are now available. Head over to powerhouse.com. Get your tickets. You're not going to want to miss these kids. The Grammy Award-winning Dr. Walt Whitman and the Chicago Soul Children's Choir will be in attendance, 30 members in total. This is their 40th year, standing tall, scandal-free, and filling in the gaps. We are so proud of them. They are Chicago royalty, and we're just so honored to have these young people, these ambassadors of goodwill, our frontline entertainment, and their participants. So we love kids, and we love these kids. So get over. $27 gives you a full day access to everything. We won't start streaming until 9 when the curtain goes up, Central Standard Time. However, during the lunch hour, when the kids are eating in the lower ballroom, we'll be showing you everything you did not see earlier that day at our red carpet ceremony. It's something you don't want to miss. We line, all of us who pour into them, line the red carpet as the buses drop them off in front of the mansion. I took a page from Willy Wonka, my favorite guy, and they wait outside and they watch us through the gates, and we sneak out the back door and come right up behind them on the sidewalk, and together we go in, we let them come in as we line there the red carpet, and we celebrate them, turn them into the stars they are. And it's a wonderful thing. So you'll be able to catch that during the lunch hour. So it's a wonderful thing. You get from 9 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon. There will be an agenda posted on the website so you can come and go as you see fit. And we will be able to provide you with you'll get a special link once you purchase your ticket. Go to the powerhouse.com. Don't miss it. Great lineup. Wally Green, you saw his ad. He's coming. He's the U.S. ambassador for table tennis. And we'll also be having the evening portion of our event at his club, Spin Chicago. So great people coming. We've got the Donovan Vernon from the Hulu hit show, Queens. We've got shout outs for you from New Edition, Jamie Foxx, and others. The Johnny Cochran firm sent something in. Just great stuff. Tanya Wiley Brown is one of our keynote speakers. Gabriel Klingman will be this guy you want to hear. He has multiple personalities and is a guru of building businesses. And 4 people out of 5 in his family are MD, multiple MPD, multiple personality disorder. Wonderful, wonderful person, and he will pour into you just all kinds of stuff. So we got a lot going for you. You don't want to miss it. Songstress Teresa Griffin will be in the house. Background singer for Diana Ross, Celine Dion, all those kinds of people. So she'll be there. Just going to be great. And then we got some other surprises. You gotta come and join us. So get over and get that ticket. Support the power of we, and not the power of me. Can I get an amen? Okay, let's get our guest in here. We're right about at that 15-minute after mark when the red carpet gets rolled out. You know how we do it here on Bathrobe Moments when someone has not been here. So today we have some newbies. So on our P's and Q's, our best behavior, we are going to give them that standing ovation by putting our hearts into the conversation foremost. But also a few hearts on the screen won't hurt either. So as I bring them in, let me tell you who we have today. I'm excited. They fancy themselves a power couple. I'm not even at the bio yet. That just came off the top of my head. And I got a clip. We're going to find out today what makes a power couple. But who are they? Here's a little stat for you. Here's a stat. They say that an estimated 3.7 million businesses in the United States are jointly owned, you guessed it, by a couple, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. So working with a spouse or partner is more, it's a more complicated business. Why would that be? I only work in the same house with my husband. I know what they're talking about. He worked for me one time when I was an event planner, and I was at a winery, and I had him come in, and he was helping. He was serving at the tables, and he was talking to everybody too long. So I was like, honey, he was like, excuse me, I've never been the staff. That was the last time he worked for me. So it works for some, it doesn't for others, but we're going to find out how you pull it off. So anyway, it's Zan Ray and Tom Collins, not to be confused with the drink or the workout equipment. I'm just kidding. I made that up. Is there a workout equipment named Zan? Zen Fit. That's what I was thinking. We know who that is. So they are known as the power couple, not just a power. Is that like the artist formerly known as Prince? And Donovan Vernon, who's coming. He's the Donovan. I should be the Lauren. I'm kidding. So 20 years in business together as husband and wife. These two, Tom and Zan, they know how to run the business and continue to improve a loving relationship. So as the kids say, my nieces and nephews, Uncle Lauren, let's get it moving. I can show you better than I can tell you. So put your hearts together. Here they come. There they come. I heard them. They were waiting. I don't know. Maybe they're nervous. Zan Ray and Tom Collins. Morning. How are you?
There you are. All right. Good morning. Good morning.
Okay. I'm going to have to ask you to use your indoor voices. I'm kidding. You guys have a lot of energy. How you doing?
We're doing amazing. Out of this world.
Better with every breath and stronger with every step.
Are you from New York City, Tom? That accent.
That's Texas.
Texas. Is it true, Tom, they grow everything big in Texas?
Bigger.
Oh. Zan, I guess we should look to you for verification. Oh, it's getting hot in here. It's an illuminated conversation. You two, well, you know what? Clearly, you're doing something right. You look great. And I know you're great. Let's tell everybody where you're at in the world. I'm going to give you the stage. Just say hello. Let people get to know a little bit about you. And then we'll get going here. Go ahead. It's all you.
Okay. Deference goes to my lovely wife.
Good morning. Good morning. We live in Houston, Texas, and it is pretty hot down here, we have to say. but we're really grateful for this opportunity today to be on here with you, sweet Lauren, and we're so excited about this. We are revenue increasing experts for the beauty industry.
And I started in the beauty industry, although I'm not a hairdresser and continued in that. I started with sweeping hair in my daddy's barber shop when I was 6 years old and shining shoes and making money. I was an entrepreneur. So I started early. And what I saw was, and I was raised in the barber shop, and what I saw was the struggle that my parents went through just to make a living. And that's because they didn't have any systems and they didn't ask for coaching. They didn't seek coaching. So I decided that that wasn't going to happen to anybody else.
Oh, did you now?
That's why we formed our business.
Okay.
And I started in the beauty industry, so I've been a hairdresser 58 years. In November, it will be 58 years. Woo!
Girl, quit playing.
I know.
I already know that can't be true. Somebody, Sherry McQueen, go to the Guinness Book of World Records and see if there's something in there about somebody named Zan Ray being the youngest hairdresser at a year and a half old.
Well,
are you kidding me? You're in your 60s?
No, we're 74. Both of us are. We'll be 75 in the fall.
Well, clearly I'm using the wrong beauty industry stuff.
We're going to have to hook you up.
That's right. That's right.
To make you look even more beautiful.
You got a cream that'll do this? I'm just kidding. So I'm so excited. That's wonderful. You don't run into too many people that say I work in the beauty industry. You know, because instantly, I don't know if you know this, but I can speak for myself. You know, when you say beauty industry, you automatically go inside and go, uh-oh, are they summing me up? I wonder where I fall on the beauty industry scale. So let me ask you something. Tell the truth and spite the devil. Mm-hmm. Do you guys look at people like see a bad haircut and go, oh, girl, I wish I could just come up and tell you that we could help you? I mean, tell the truth, you do, don't you?
Yeah, we do. We do. And, you know, I cut hair all the time.
Well, okay. So okay. Let's build the pyramid of purpose with you two.
All right.
So let's start at what's the base of the pyramid? What's the base? Because you guys have all these multiple things. So during the hour, why don't we work our way up? First, let's start with Zan. Zan, tell us a little bit about little Zan. You know, little precocious Zan. Or what she shy. Who were you then?
She was busy, I will have to say. I started working in a beauty shop when I was 12. My mom and dad had, and we had friends in our church group that she was part owner in a hair salon. And she had to have surgery and needed help. Well, my dad said, well, Zan will help you. And so she brought me in and taught me how to do the basics. She taught me how to shampoo. She taught me how to be in customer service, how to serve. And she, back then it was wet sets, right? And teasing and really forming of hair. And
wait a minute. That sounds more like a high school beer party.
I know.
Wet sets and teasing.
I know.
Sorry, I don't know why you guys draw the nasty out of me. I have no idea. But
well, that's the hairdresser in me.
It must be.
We always.
Ooh, I can't wait. You hear all kinds over the years. I bet you could write a book on the story.
Listen, I could make you cry and laugh and roll on the floor, but what I know, right? What I've seen and what I know. So I worked at her salon, and then I moved to another salon. I would ride the bus after school every day to go and work. On Mondays, I would clean the salon. I would learn everything that I could learn. And at the age of 17, I went to hair school. At the age of 16, I had a son. So my son is in his 50s. Yeah, and
I'm processing. Give me a moment. Ooh, oh, oh,
yes.
Hey,
So
look at you. Well, wait a minute. You were single. You were 16 with a child.
yes.
And then what happened?
Well, I got married, but that didn't last long. I got married because, you know, that was the thing we had to do, right? And it didn't last long. And then I was a single parent for quite a few years. And so it was me and my son. And I went to hair school, I graduated, and I got a job. And, you know, I worked my way up to where I am one of the highest paid hairdressers, and I'm talking about my haircut price. If I give a haircut today, my price is more than most. I think there are a few that are more than me. I know Ted Gibson is, if you know who he is.
Girl, how would Ted not know each other? Does he shine in bald heads or something? I'm just saying. Listen. I can't even go down the shampoo thing in the grocery store because I was in my 20s the last time I bought shampoo, and there was only like Prel, you know, and shampoo. Now they got shampoo with this, shampoo with that. Brian sends me to get his, and I'm like, I have a headache when I'm out of there. So no. Yeah. But let me ask you something. Let me ask you. You look like you want to say something, Tom.
Yeah. You can still benefit from going in and getting a shampoo because you get the scalp massage.
The experience of the shampoo.
And my man, when you get a really good Zan Ray scalp massage, you need to smoke a stogie.
Afterwards, I'm telling you, I could make you cry. Are you speechless?
What's the universal sign for speechless? I know, but what's speechless? Okay. Okay. I got a question. We're going to kick it off.
Right. Okay.
The real stuff of beauty with this question. Each of you take it one at a time.
Okay.
In your own opinion, and don't copy the other one either. We want originality. Yeah. What defines, in your opinion, true, keyword, beauty? Got 'em thinking, y'all. Got 'em thinking. It's called Stump the Beautician. Go ahead.
It is that essence that is within us. And we all have it. And we get to choose every day whether we bring it forward or we hide it. And as a hairdresser, I have always really worked to bring your beauty forward and to have your insides and your outsides match, to be congruent. Thank you.
Essence within us. That's a tough one to. I don't know if you can top that, Tom. You're up.
Okay, I can.
Oh, he's not very competitive. Go ahead.
Okay.
It's relationships.
Well, like
right?
I said, I started in the beauty business with my father in his barbershop, and they struggled. And one of the reasons they struggled is they didn't have a good inner image of themselves because my father was an alcoholic. And when you're an alcoholic, you've got more problems than just trying to run a business. You've got internal problems. You've got personal problems. So I saw all that struggle. So I made a determination in my own heart to go in and improve myself through education, through training and working on myself so that I would not go down that same path to be successful. So based on that, I went to school at an engineering college. I graduated an engineer, then worked in the oil and gas business, had my own consulting engineering company, worked for a state agency, and finally retired 3 years ago from state agency. So I learned the systems. I knew at the point that I was working with in my family that systems were the answer. to running your business successful and not reaching an overwhelmed situation.
Before you go on, I got a question.
Sure.
You said your dad was an alcoholic, and you think you'd know one when you see him? I'm asking you, Tom. Zom and Tan Ray are here. I'm kidding. I was pretending to be drunk. God, you guys. I'm trying to get in a movie this year. I need more. Clearly, I need more.
Okay, work on that other personality.
What am I going to eat past that? You're going to a victim to get killed, or a drunk or something, or the crazy uncle that they keep upstairs. Now, that's a role I can see.
Yeah.
For real.
That is.
So you didn't answer the question. No, you got all into systems. Nice try, talking about you could top essence within us with systems. Not on this watch, baby. No, we want to know, and I will restate the question, Tom. Tricky Tom, we'll call you. What defines true beauty, Tom, outside of the systems?
Okay, fortunately, Zane and I agree completely.
You already said you can't use the other person.
Well, wait a minute. I'm going to build on that a little bit. Okay.
No, you got to start
the essence,
diving board.
The internal essence has to be realized through self-analysis. It has to be realized through self-awareness. And both Zane and I work really hard on each other for self-awareness.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the key, the self-awareness. You have to continually ask yourself questions. Why am I doing what I'm doing?
Okay, if you guys were on the Newlywed Game, Zan would get all the questions right. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. So, okay, here we go. I'm going to take some. Can I just randomly reach into your bio and pull out something?
Please do.
Okay, let's start with Global Beauty Business Academy. So that's not, I look at that and I go, that's not beauty school. Or is it? Or is it beauty school and business school all in one?
No, it is to a certain extent.
Explain what it is for us.
Okay, we are working with hairdressers and anyone that's under the beauty industry umbrella. It could be
Avon.
I'm sorry, Avon? No, it's not. It's not a company.
I'm saying if a person is in Avon,
yes, and wanted to come and talk with us, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
We could coach them through numerous pieces in business or personal, right? But this new branding for us, and this is our new brand, this Global Beauty Business Academy is a brand new brand that we have rebranded ourselves to this. Okay. We found that we were at a point in our business that we realized we were more than what we were. And that it was time to really take ourselves to a whole new level. And so in doing that, we coach hairdressers, nail techs, barbers, hair salon owners, these new micro salon owners, these independent hairdressers that have suites.
What's a micro salon?
It's a little tiny salon that is like a suite. A little suite where people are hairdressers are going and renting suites now, independent spaces. They may have 1 or 2 chairs in these little spaces in a large building where there are a lot of little independent salons.
Yeah.
Yes. And so we coach them in business. We don't teach them how to cut hair, but because I am a hairdresser, I can talk the same language. I can speak their language. If they have a color issue and they need some information that I've got, then I can help them with the formulation.
If they have a color issue, that means they're a racist.
What? No. You need to back off of that. That's not what that means.
See, that's that I thought, hey, let me ask you though. Because I already know, just like in food service, they got their own kind of jokes and this and the other, and potty mouths.
Yes.
Waitress, when I was in food service. So is it like that in there? Is it catty?
It's very catty. It's very catty. Our industry, is the most amazing industry. We have the liberty and we have the license to touch people in appropriate ways. We can be up close and personal. We can guide them. We can lead them. We can make them even more beautiful than they're even asking for. Than they even know what is possible for themselves inside and out. I mean, we're therapists. We're doctors.
That's the part a lot of people don't understand. I love what you do. Yes. I want to ask you, Tom. Okay, so do you guys feel like, because I already know, you probably you're held to a higher standard as far as people like, they call themselves beauty experts. Did you see? So when you're getting ready, like now, I'm looking at Tom's hair. I'm trying to find one out of place. None. Then I know everything. So it's like, how long does it take you to get ready to look like this? At 70, what?
Is this a question
74.
Is this a question for me or for her?
Zan, I told you if you were on the newlywed game, you ain't going home with nothing. You might get some detergent or something. And here's our parting gift. Tom, this question is for you first.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much. I do not want to be dismissed here.
No, trust me. That's why I put your name in. I was like, you got to get Tom. You got to get to him. He'll be left out. So.
Okay. Okay. So tell me what the question is again.
How long does it take for you to get ready?
Oh, how long does it take for me to get ready? Well, I can get ready with the basics in probably about 15 minutes. And then once I get dressed, then Zan helps me with my hair. And then I'm good.
So there it is. You have a hair person. I knew it. Okay. So, and Zan, what about you? He's got 15. That's the top number. But you're a woman, so.
Yes. It takes me about an hour. About an hour.
About an hour. So when you go out, includes helping him. Mm-hmm. So can you just go out to the store looking any kind of way? Is it still okay to do that when you're in the beauty industry?
No, it's not, because we are presenting ourselves everywhere we go. And so lipstick and mascara and brows are a must.
Yeah. And
I don't leave without mine on.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, I like a distinct color. I like a distinct color on mine as well. That would be hers when she kisses me.
Oh,
aren't you clever boy? Okay, change it from tricky Tom to
relationships.
Yes. Okay, so I want to ask this question.
Okay,
let's talk about unreasonable requests. When that person comes in, remember, or they want you to do the impossible, because we watch that old show Nip Tuck.
Oh yeah.
So we talk about how people see themselves in such a distorted way. Talk about how that makes you feel, because that's where I think a lot of the time the therapy you has to step in to convince somebody of what they cannot see, but it's obvious to everyone else. Talk about that, and how prevalent is it?
Well, it's really prevalent, and even more now than ever before, because we have Instagram, we have Pinterest, we have all of these pictures and photos and Photoshop and all of these images that aren't necessarily true, but we're all looking to be something different than what we really are a lot of times. And so as hairdressers, we really work around, and we coach on this all the time. I want to say this. We just coached on this yesterday.
Okay.
About being really honest with that guest and letting them know what is really, really possible. And to also be honest and say, I might not be the right person for you because I don't do that kind of work. We hairdressers feel like we need to do everything that they ask, but the truth is we don't really have all of those tools in our toolkit.
I get it.
So we have to be really upfront and honest and stand in our professional power.
Oh.
And in our coaching, that's what we do. We stand in our professional power and really support them and help them to navigate this beauty business industry.
Got it. Love that. So here comes another one. I bet you never been asked this one.
Okay.
Well, I think it would be something of a powerfully positive addition.
Okay.
If when people are, especially women,
Mhm.
are putting together, if you're doing a prearranged funeral thing,
Yeah.
to put, you know how you have a DNR if you don't, if for in your living will, like if you don't put me on machines thing.
Okay.
I think some people, because I used to sing at a lot of funerals. I get hired to sing at a lot of funerals, and I'd be like, what were they thinking? You know, and I know if the person in there knew what they did, they get back up out and say, no, start over. Then no.
Yes.
So let's talk about that, because that's a real thing. And I don't know if you have done that, you know, done the stuff for a deceased person, but
Right.
what about people putting in requests of like, this is the color I wear on my lips. This is how, I haven't worn eyeshadow in 30 years or whatever. Because some people go get a picture that's out there and give it to the person. I've heard the stories. Talk
Yes.
about that and how important that is or not.
Well, I do think it's important. I do think that it is very important. And I think it would be good that we make a decision to put that in our directive. Because we look at them and we say, oh, don't they look beautiful? Well, that's a lie.
Right.
You know, I mean, their essence of who they were is still beautiful there. Yes, that's true. But it takes a lot to cover up a lot of things that death brings, right? When we're gone,
all the stuff that makes us us.
Yes, shows up.
You know, the shell is just the shell.
Yes, that's right. And we can't make them look fresh because they're not fresh.
So you actually have done it?
I have not. But I
God.
know. Yeah, I know. That was not anything that I was ever asked to do, and I'm really kind of glad, because that was not my expertise, and I'd have to stand in my professional power and say, no, that's not something that I do. But
there are people in the beauty industry who specialize, and that's all they do, isn't it?
Yes.
They're remarkable artists. They're remarkable artists.
Yes. Actually, we have a client that her son-in-law does this, and he loves doing it.
Okay.
And I think that there are just some people who remove themselves from the situation and are able to move forward. And that's what so many hairdressers have to do anyway. We have to remove ourselves from any personal.
Yeah, just to keep that power you were talking about, to stay with that. Let me ask you before we go to break. Before we go to break, I want to throw one thing out there, one more, and just hit it real hard. Well, not really, just real quick. So let me get this right. Should I wait? Should I save it? I'm going to save that. I think we're going to close with that. When we come back, we're going to get into the book, which is right here. Scared to Raise Your Prices. And that was a big deal with me. So I know that is a real thing, scarcity mindset. And my coach, I remember, told me, Lauren, you're scared to raise your prices because you feel you can only charge people what you think you're worth or whatever. And it made a big difference. So I want to hear what your take is on that. And we want to talk about the power couple and what you feel denotes a power couple. And we're going to take a look at a clip when we come back. We're going to come back in just a moment, you guys, with more of the wonderful Zan Ray and Tom Collins, the duo, to do over anything that you need to make yourself feel better. So you guys don't go away. We'll be right back.
We both have a passion to help the small business owner, whether you start a business from ground zero or whether you want to elevate that business and make more money. You need coaches.
We really focus on the beginning, your why you want to do this, then we move forward from there.
You don't have your vision and your passion written down. If it's just in your mind, it's just a wish. It gets to be written down and it becomes a goal and it becomes a promise to yourself.
We really listen and we really prepare and plan out what is right for you and your business.
So we start with the owner, we start with the owner's beliefs, what their projections are, what their goals are, and if they have some negative beliefs that are holding them back, it may be even causing them to stick their head in the sand and denying that they've got a problem in the first place.
So we go in and we help them pry open and look and see that there is more, a lot more. Let's talk about celebrity hairdresser Ted Gibson. I gave him his first job. I hired Ted when he was 24 years old. I trained him in customer service, how to cut hair, how to really be professional. It looks like it's paid off. He charges $2,000 for a haircut. He and his partner, Jason Bucky, do not make a decision in their business that we don't sit down and really look at it, and we coach them through it.
One thing that Zan and I are adamant about, we're paid for results. We'll stick with you until you get the results. Until you get the results.
Now, why is that? There it goes. I was like, why didn't that disappear? Okay, well, that was a nice intimate peek inside of what you do inside the business part. And that I'm assuming, correct me, is that the Global Beauty Business Academy kind of thing we were looking at there?
Yes.
It is.
Okay, so who's the person? What's that ideal candidate look like for the Global Beauty Business Academy? If you are a person in the beauty industry then you need to talk to us. What are those tick points?
Okay. One of the first ones is you're in the business. If you're in the business, if you're a professional, you are already in the business. You are already a business yourself. If you want to start your own business, in other words, be a salon suite renter, like Zan has referred to before, or if you are a salon that has employees, those are the ideal candidates, because the first one, the independent, needs a coach to get them started with the foundational stones to build their business so they eventually, if they want to, become a larger salon and then eventually sell that business. So there are steps to go through to do that. If you are already a salon owner with employees and you want to take that to the very next level in terms of number of employees, in terms of growth in the business, in terms of increasing profits, and be able to sell that business, there are steps to go through with that. So the ideal candidate for us is an independent and the salon owner or a beauty industry person that is either in the tech business, the nail tech business, spas, barbers, any small business, basically any small business, because there are certain processes that every business has to go through in terms of marketing, in terms of cash flow. And one of those key elements is cash flow, because that's the lifeblood of your business.
Cash
is king.
It seems like I remember when.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Right.
Getting anything.
Here's the
That's
other
how long it's been since I had any. So
here's one final thing on that. The hair professional that is coming directly out of school right now, out of their their certification for being a hairdresser, knows nothing about running the business. They don't teach that.
Right.
They don't teach them how to be successful in their business. They teach them how to pass the exam. That's it.
Right.
Then they have to get all this experience. So if you're going to build a business, like I said in that video, you need coaches.
Well, and a lot of that is relationship based
Yes.
for longevity. Turnover is the number one thing that puts people out of business, and relationships and word of mouth is the thing that takes people, number one, over the top. So I get it. I want to switch gears. I got two good ones. Okay, we're gonna watch. First of all, I'm gonna get this out of the way. You ever watch RuPaul's Drag Race?
Yes.
Okay, so are you amazed at what they can do?
You know, I am.
Part because we don't miss it.
I am amazed. I am. I mean, it's beautiful, and it's beautiful to watch the transformation. It's beautiful to watch the budding and then the flowering. It is so amazing.
They're such artistic people because when you see them in the back, all those they look like kabuki theater, and then when they're out on stage, it's like you would. If I saw you out, from this distance, I wouldn't even be able to tell. We had a drag queen perform at our wedding. People did not know. I had Marine friends who were like, man, there's a tall girl out front. She won't even look about, man, I'm going to dance with her. I was like,
okay.
I know. So they still did. Even after I told them, they still danced with her. 5 in those heels. So I want to get to this piece about power couple stuff because I get it. Because when we got married, my husband and I, Brian, we knew then we have 3 brands in our home. His brand, my brand, and brand we make together.
Yes.
So, which is not per se a business brand, but because we're both inside the other's brand, it creates a third lane, if you know what I mean. We want to talk about that and how to get away from just being any old couple to being, well, you'll have to settle for a power couple because clearly the title of the power couple can only go one place, and we all know who's.
Yes.
I don't step on any toes. Right.
Thank you.
So let's take a look, you guys. And I want to know if you guys agree with what we're going to see here, which I have no idea of because I really didn't preview it. But it's short, so fit the test. We got 2 minutes. Here we go. Take a look.
The words power couple may be a catchphrase, but it's something that is proven to be true. Power couples do things differently. But what makes a power couple?
What, pray tell?
In today's video, I'm going to share tips on what is the difference between a regular couple and a power couple.
Boring regular couple. I'm kidding.
I love to observe couples in real life and technology. What we present in cyberspace, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and in real life with families and friends in social situations. If you're aware, you can truly see who walks their talk. You may see a couple that post perfect pictures, and then you meet them in real life, and they're fighting like cats and dogs. Power couples have specific traits. They complement each other. They're affectionate. They are givers. They're romantic and passionate. They plan for the future. They work as a team to support each other. They share interests, and also they have individual lives. They celebrate independence, but not becoming dependent. They bring their full selves in the relationship, and they don't blame each other for insufficiencies. The reason to learn how to identify a regular couple versus a power couple is to help you decide what kind of relationship you want. If it doesn't come naturally, the good news is that there are active things that you can do to create the very strong, supportive, loving relationship you've always wanted. But unless you can see it, you can't create it. So stay present, observe, and actively decide what you want in love and relationships. I'm Dr. Wendy O'Connor. Check out my website, drwendyo'connor.com. You can follow my blog, check out my podcast.
Thank you, Dr. Wendy. Now, hold on. I had it in my hand because I was supposed to do it before we came back, and I forgot, and I don't want to get in trouble. So give me 1 second here. Be right back. Hi, you guys. Time for V8. Okay, I'm doing the speed version today. V8, I drink one every day, even if they pay me or not. It's the truth. Always did. I love it. 100% vegetable juice from concentrate, only 60 calories, and you get 2, count them, 1, 2, full servings of vegetables in every can. Now, it's easy peasy to find. Head down the juice aisle at your local grocer, and you'll find it. Hey, little shifts create big changes. Trust me, I traded in my Diet Coke for a V8, and now I say I'm glad I had my V8 instead of, oops, I could have had a V8. Get yours today. V8. Okay, we're back. So what'd you think of that clip? Was she on?
Wow, that was awesome. That was awesome. And
I was checking them off as she said them, and every single one of those fits us. What about you guys?
It does us too. You know, there are so many things that Tom and I really do pay attention to. We have had enough personal growth workshops and training that we pick the best from those that we've attended, and we apply them into our daily life and into being the power couple. And I think the thing that makes us the most powerful is that we do have like minds and we have separate minds. Tom is, I'm a Scorpio, so I'm very emotional, very attached. I connect easily. And Tom's is a numbers guy. He is a Virgo engineer, and he is very methodical about the things he does. And I need that. And he needs my emotional connecting. Yes. And so bringing that together creates this power couple that we are. And we exude this wherever we go. People say, y'all are the most amazing, cutest couple I've ever seen. Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
I know.
And I don't think it's ever really about, well, maybe a little bit the way you fit like hand in glove.
Mm-hmm.
It's also about the seamlessness of the tango, of the dance.
Yes.
And that's, some people think that means like finishing each other's sentences. It doesn't, but it is, to me, it's that look. Because we do that when we're watching something, and we know, and we're like, girl, please. And we're like, at the same time, we'll say the same things. It's really interesting. Yeah. It gets better and better the more time you have together. So that's great. Here's another one. Let's turn the corner. We got 5 minutes left. It's been so much fun, I think.
Oh, gosh.
Well, so tell the truth. When you guys you probably have to hang with couples that are younger a little bit than you. Because I bet when you walk into the room of seniors, your age or older, they're probably like, you could tell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A little jealous maybe sometimes.
Well, actually, when we walk into a room where people are of our age or older, they think that we are the young couple.
Right.
They don't know we're the same age as them, right?
Right.
But
and then when you tell them,
say it again.
Tell them, I know, I wouldn't.
Yeah, well, only if they ask. Right. We don't throw that out there. Only if they ask.
But that to me, that seems like that would be a great opportunity to say, I can tell you some things. I use this one thing every night, and I do this or I do that. Or do you get enough water? Or are you active? But all kinds of things you can throw in there to help people. Now, one quick off-topic, needless piece of knowledge that I just must get. Tom, if this is for you, if you had, and really think about it, I'm serious. If you had to guesstimate how many times in your entire life that someone that just met you and you say, hi, I'm Tom Collins, and then they go straight to the drink thing. Oh, like the drink? How many, what would that number be?
I would say probably more than I could count on 2 hands and 2 feet.
But really, probably thousands of times.
Yes. So the way I turn that around, if you want to know, the way I turn that around is because I make myself so recognizable, so memorable, that they don't even think about the drink. They just think about me.
Well, he also says, well, that's because I'm intoxicating.
I was gonna say, I already knew. I knew you came up with some little catchphrase. Thank you, Zan. I knew. Don't ever go on the Newlywed Game. If you, I'm just saying. So
I came up with that one.
Well, that name almost seems like it was be a curse. You know what I mean? Because you're like, oh, again. Because each of us thinks that we're the first person to ever say it to you.
Yes.
And then like, aren't I clever? And then you're like, not so much. Anyway, that's funny. So, do either of you have children? I think we do, Zan. Tom, you got any kids?
I do.
So, what's it like when you guys all get together? Do people ever confuse the kids? Well, you were really young when you had your son, but are they like, wow, those cannot be your parents? They look too great.
Yeah, they do act like that. And I'll tell you a quick little story. We have a granddaughter, and her name is Zan as well. And she's in her 30s. But when we used to go out to breakfast, they would say to her, so, and your mom, what is she going to do? And little Zan would always go, I knew it. I told you.
Aw, I just think you two are adorable, and I love what you're doing to help our beauty professionals be even more professional and stand in what you refer to as their professional power. Now, listen, we know that not all of you out there are interested in the beauty industry, but you should be interested in the beauty inside yourself. And that's why we had this conversation today. I want you to remember, and this is coming from the guy who for 27 years shaved his head every day, shaved his face, brushed his teeth in the shower because I refused to look at myself in any reflective surface whatsoever. No social media pictures, just a little silhouette. But then I found that inside there is the truth mirror, the one that makes me feel good about everything if I start from the inside and work myself out from there. Take that with you today. Zan, Ray, and Tom Conlon, again, thank you both. They donated they got some of their resources to donate to the kids at the park. We want to thank you. Hats off for that. Thank you so very much. And we got to get you guys back here sometime. I just love you. And you guys, there's the link tree. All of the connectors. I'm going to take the liberty of dropping it inside also of your comment section at the conclusion today, so you can just go in and touch it and get over and continue the dialogue with these two. And also, if you are singular, the one power couple. There we are. I hope you guys have enjoyed this week, this day, this moment.
Thank you so much, Lauren. We are honored.
Thank you, guys. I want all of you to have the best weekend ever. I'll see you, God willing, Monday morning right out front on the front porch. And we're going to do it all over again with my good friend, John Ozana. And listen, when we come together, even for an hour, we've created something in this world that someone's going to find down the road, maybe 1,000 years from now. And they'll be glad, and they will thank us, and you'll be glad, and I thank you. Have a great one. We'll see you next time. You too. Say goodbye to everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
All right, you guys have the best weekend. I will see you Monday. Bye-bye.
Time. How expensive do I have to be? Need a space.